Morning, I am Jessie Pius from Rohini College. Today I would like to explain about the thermal comforts of building. So after completing this course, students will be able to understand the thermal performance of buildings. Thermal comfort. Thermal comfort is a situation of mind that express satisfaction with the thermal environment. The main factors that influence thermal comfort are those that determine the heat gain and loss. They are namely metabolic rate, clothing insulation, air temperature, mean radiant temperature, air speed, and relative humidity. Temperature. It deals with all the four factors, namely air temperature, humidity, velocity, and the mean radiant heat. Thermal comfort is a function of many variables, including the season of the year, cultural practices and habits, differing from country to country. Nevertheless, describing comfort zones is necessary for the proper design of heating and air conditioning systems. So, you can see the radiation heat gain from the sun's radiation and from man-made activities. There are three modes of energy transfer, that is conduction, convection and radiation. So you can see how the heat loss is taking place in a human body. You can see that human body is receiving the solar radiation, and as he is doing some work, the energy is lost by evaporation, conduction and convection by doing some work. So, what is evaporation? Body heat turns sweat into vapor. Active work contributes to heat loss. To combat this, drink plenty of water and stay well hydrated. Convection. Heat loss by air or water moving across the skin surface. When exposed to cold air, cover exposed skin and take shelter from the wind. The thicker the insulating clothing layer, the better it prevents the convection. Conduction. Direct contact with an object. For instance, sitting or lying on the cold ground removes heat from the body until the ground and the body are the same temperature. The more dense the insulating barrier, typically the faster it can conduct heat. The thicker the barrier, the better. Radiation. 40 to 45% of body heat is lost through the head and neck due to increased blood flow in comparison with the rest of the body. Combined with the wrist ankles, this can approach 60%. Respiration. Air is warmed then exhaled, resulting in the significant source of heat loss. Breathing through the nose helps warm the air as it enters the body and lungs slightly more than breathing through the mouth. Clothing can help retain moisture and warmth. Heat loss by human body, it's by conduction, convection, evaporation. You can see. Then you can see here how the heat is radiated, evaporated, then conduction taking place and convection taking place. Clothing insulation. The amount of thermal insulation owned by a person has a substantial impact on the thermal comfort. It will influence the heat loss and consequently the thermal balance. Layers of insulating clothing prevent heat loss and consequently the thermal balance. It either keep a person warm or lead to overheating. Generally, thicker the garment is, the greater its insulating ability. Depending on the type of material, the air movement and the relative humidity can decrease the insulating ability of the material. So you can see human body can subjected to heat stroke. So it leads to anxiety, skin hot and dry, oversetting, then a cerebral edema, and it raises to hypertension and many other effects in the human body. What are the significance? Significance with the thermal environment is important for its own sake and because it influences the productivity and health. Thermal discomfort has also been known to be leads to sick building syndrome symptoms. The combination of a high temperature and high relative humidity serves to reduce the thermal comfort and indoor air quality. Thank you.